So this is the G80. It's an interesting art piece that allows you to act like the god of your own universe. And here's a question: if you are like a god in your own universe, what are the values you want to increase and what are the values you want to decrease in in that universe? For example, happiness, sadness. But it's really cool. It shows you how when you increase one particular value, other values are affected. You cannot change it because everything is correlated together. Now, I decided to build something like this without writing any code at all. And as you can see, I use Flutterflow and ChatGPT. I did not write any code at all. And if I drag happiness, you see that other values are affected at the same time. And I'll show you how I did this in less than 2 minutes, right? So firstly, I will ask ChatGPT to create a system or a structure for me, that will show me how I can build this as fast as possible without spending too much time. And it after some back and forth, we came up with this JSON structure to store all the different variables. Now there were over 80 variables in the original one. I decided to just stay with 44 variables, things like happiness, war, conflict. There's some, you can see them on the screen. Now, each and every one of those variables has influences. They have other 40, it is a list of how they impact the other 44 different variables, as you can see in the JSON structure. Now, each attached to every single variable that one variable impacts is a percentage. So that percentage shows how much we're going to increase that variable or decrease that variable when that particular variable is either increased by 1% or decreased by 1%. Really simple and easy. So it took some time to try and get some mock or test values. There's more we can do there, but we don't have that much time. Now, the next thing I did was to ask ChatGPT or talk to ChatGPT so that we can find a way to display this data in Flutterflow, right? That's is a no-code, low-code build that you can use to build apps without writing any code at all. So what I did was I took the JSON structure and pasted it into Flutterflow, and Flutterflow automatically created a way that we can view this data, right, as what we call data types, right? After doing that, I worked with ChatGPT to create custom functions to be able to pass this JSON into these data types so we can see them physically on the screen. The next thing I did was also to work with ChatGPT to create the slider and make it look like the design on the original, on the original artwork. And then once I was able to do that, I brought everything together and I was able to make the project functional. So if you have more questions, you can ask them below, but this is just a simple overview of how I was able to build it.